If you want to work here, in this restaurant, you have to ask yourself one simple question. How do you feel about frontal male nudity?
What the?
Pretty fucked up, right? Waiting! Released in 2005 and is directed by Robert McKittrick, who has not directed anything other than this film. He did write the sequel, however. Still Waiting in 2009. So, it's still going. The film stars Ryan Reynolds, Anna Faris, Justin Long, David Koechner, John Francis Daley, Dane Cook, and Louise Guzman, among several others. Waiting shows the day in the life of a group of early 20s waiters serving the dinner rush at a small novelty restaurant called Shenanigans. It's a pretty accurate representation of a night in the life of a waiter, just sometimes dialed up to 11. This group gets away with saying some pretty inappropriate things that would easily get them fired if they were waiters in real life. Making sexual innuendos about how pink the customer wants their steak. They play a penis showing game during their downtimes where they come up with creative ways on how to show their genitalia to each other.
Take a look at the bowing, bitch!
Oh, veiny.
And they garnish the food of the rudest customers with dandruff, snot, and of course, pubic hair. Yeah, this is a very raunchy comedy. Actually, and a lot of times, very uncalled for raunchiness. The film is really buying on the audience's willing suspension of disbelief because there is no way that this would happen in a restaurant. Or at least that we know of. But when I first saw this film back in 2005, I was actually working as a waiter, so I could relate to a lot of the situations that these characters found themselves in, and that desire to just want to slap a customer across the face or at least spit in their food. I never did, of course, but I mean, seriously, how can people be so mean? Especially to the people who are handling your food. And I love that they call that out in the movie. Golden rule, don't fuck with people that handle your food. And watching this movie again, it's very obvious that Deadpool, before he made his debut in X-Men Origins Wolverine, and then he had his solo title picture, he was a waiter in this movie. Ryan Reynolds has always been Deadpool. He is that character. He's quippy, he's smart, he's sarcastic, and he's kind of a pervert in this film. It's movies like this that really prove how perfect he is for that role. He's absolutely hilarious in this film, and he has some great exchanges with Anna Faris, who plays off of Ryan perfectly. She stands toe-to-toe with Ryan in this film, with quips, the sarcasm. It's really nice to see. And I'm pretty sure this was my first blood with Louise Guzman, who plays the head chef of the restaurant and the creator of the penis showing game. His explanation of the different types of ways you can show your penis in the penis showing game is one of the funniest parts that has always stuck with me since 2005, unfortunately.
Now look, the main thing to remember is to get the other guy to unknowingly look at your cock and balls, okay? Don't just fucking pull down your pants and say, look at my dick! You gotta be sneaky.
Which, speaking of, there is no way that this movie would be made today just with how homophobic this restaurant culture is. I mean, I like to think that our culture has progressed since 2005, where a film that has this kind of homophobic culture in it wouldn't be made or shown. Basically, the idea of the penis showing game is that if you're showing your penis and then someone looks at it, you get to kick them in the ass, and you get to call them gay. Now, let's see, I was a junior in high school when I first saw this, so that was funny to me back then, but watching it now, that's not funny. I mean, everything is so hyper-PC nowadays that there is no way, if this film was being made today, that the penis showing game concept would make it into the final cut. And they try to justify it in the film by saying they have nothing against homosexuality. But you can hear the negative intonation whenever they talk about it. Now, also watching this film for this review, I noticed that there were some audio issues. I don't know, it didn't sound like it was in stereo. It sounded very monotone, and you could also hear the spikes from the boom mic. Shame on you, sound designer. Shame on you. Or maybe it's just that they couldn't afford good sound equipment. This movie was basically made for nothing. $3 million. Very small movie, which kind of flew under the radar for a lot of people. But I think that's part of this film's charm. It's a very small scale film, but you can tell that everyone involved is having an absolute blast. You can tell that everyone has great chemistry with each other, and you can tell that the director wanted a nice, fun, playful environment, which as an audience member is great to see. If the cast and crew are having fun, more than likely the audience will be having fun too. So in the end, Waiting is a fun, raunchy comedy that at times goes way too much into the raunch. This restaurant culture is very homophobic, but I also think it's an accurate representation of the life of a waiter. It deals with poor tippers, serving foreigners, and also those people that just get off on giving waiters a hard time. Which is why I have never been a waiter again, and to those of you that are waiters, God bless you and keep you close. Majority of people don't realize how difficult it is to be a waiter, and if you are one, I completely respect you. So I'm gonna give Waiting 4 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part in my videos where I randomly select which movie I'm watching next. Let's take a look. Ooh, Snowpiercer. I've only checked this movie out once. From what I remember, it's a nice little indie film, and of course it stars our good old Captain America. And from my first viewing, I remember it being a nice commentary on the class status. It was just kind of condensed down to a train world. Actually, I've been meaning to rewatch this, so this is absolutely perfect, and we'll check it out next time. So everyone, have you seen Waiting? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, please comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And when you're done commenting, please like and subscribe to my channel so you know the next time I'm posting my next movie review. So everyone, I will see you next time with my review of Snowpiercer. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.